give you my heart. Hi guys, welcome back to a brand new video. Looks like I'm doing an outfits video, but I'm not. I was just doing photos for Instagram. My Instagram's always linked in the description if you want to go and check them photos out. But today's video is going to be a eyeshadow makeup collection. This is part 1, so let's just get into it. So I've got 2 big palettes, so I'm going to show you them first. So I've got this James Charles palette that's around like 30 or 40 pounds. This is the inside, so as you can see there's so many colourful colours there, so if you like your colour, this is 100% a good palette for you. But there's also some browns and like natural colours. Next one is this one. I've got this one for my birthday. Don't know how much it is. Revolution palettes are around £5 to like 15 or 20. So it depends on the size of the palette, but I feel like this one will be more expensive than like the £10 ones because it's bigger. Looks like this. It's got a galaxy theme, and then the colours inside look like that. I will say they're not as pigmented right away, but when you put loads of colour on, they do get more pigmented. So I do recommend this palette. Just remember, you can't just swipe it and there'll be colour. Well, some of the eyeshadows on here are more brighter than others, but like the glitter ones that I've used, you need to do it a couple of times. So I'm going to do my Revolution palettes next because they're the ones that I've got the most of. These types of palettes I'm showing you, pretty much all of them are around £10 or less. But the first one is this one. This is a Instagrammer / YouTuber called Jack. I only follow him on Instagram though, but he does really amazing makeup. And again, this is a colourful palette, so if you're into being creative with your colours, this is a cheaper version than the James Charles one. I have not used this colour yet, but this pigment is unreal. You can't really see it, like that is stunning. I really want to do a silver makeup look with this palette because of that silver. The next colourful makeup palette is this one. As you can see the colours through it. There's more pigment, I would say, because they're brighter. Not as much, but there is a little bit more pigment than the other ones. Next one is this one. As you can see, it's more a pinky tone and brown. This is a proper out there palette, I would say, if you're not creative, because it has all the different glitters and like not bright colours, but they're dark colours, so they will be hard to blend, I would say. I rarely use it, but when I do, I love the way it looks. Next one is this one. This is another one that I rarely use, but I don't want to chuck it away because it has so many good colours in it, and that is what it looks like. So as you can see, they're very like skin colour colours, like natural colours, and then a bit of glitter. So I have used it, but just not as much. So I'm going to do the last ones, even though we've still got loads, the last ones on this angle because they are not as big. Next one is this one. This is my favourite palette of all time. This is another colourful palette, but as you can see, none of the colours except from that one there are my favourite. There's not much dent in them, but this one, there is a big dent in it. And I love that colour. It's such a nice brown. It's gorgeous. Next one is this one. This is from, that palette was from Roxy, the YouTuber, by the way. And this one's from Sophie, who does makeup. I think Sophie does light or like something like that. I don't really use this one that much, but there are nice colours, more darker colours though, so it's harder to use them. But if you want me to try and do a makeup palette with this palette, let me know in the comments. Next one is this one. I'm pretty sure this person will be a Instagrammer or a YouTuber, but I don't know what one because I don't know their signature. This one looks like this. Again, I haven't used it much, but there is so many nice colours in there. That one. That one's a glittery one. There's that colour as well. There's so many nice colours in there. And again, if you want to see me do a video on any of these palettes, let me know in the comments. This is another Roxy one, but this one is more bright and colourful. This is a proper like festival palette, I would say, because the colours are neon. Like they are stunning, but they're kind of hard to use on a daily basis. But as you can see, the purple and the pink are my favourite. Next one is this palette. This is a good tartan palette, I would say, because it has so many different like skin colours and natural colours to make an eyeshadow look, but also has a bit of glitter, a bit of white, and just a little bit of like orange and pink down there, but not too much. So I really recommend this if you're just starting out doing your makeup or like being creative with your makeup. Next one is a chocolate fake version revolution version of Too Faced chocolate palette. Don't know if that makes sense, but the Revolution is pretty much a cheaper version of Too Faced. So this is a chocolate palette they have made of the colours in here, but as you can see, I don't really use it that much. I have so many palettes that I do use, but just not on a daily basis. It's more like when I'm going out or like when I want to be bright and colourful. But that's a lovely palette. Next makeup brand we're going on to is Too Faced. Now the first thing is this palette. This is probably one of their original makeup palettes what come out every Christmas, and I got this one last year, like not 2020 but the last year before, and it's so beautiful. Looks like this. Again, I haven't used this much, but I do want to use it more often, and I love like the oranges and the glitters in it, and it's stunning. Next one, this actually came with a pack. These two go like that, and then the roof attaches as well, but the roof will be in my part 2 makeup collection. You will realise why, because it's not an eyeshadow palette. But this is the main house, and it looks like this. I would really recommend this palette. I love it. It's so beautiful. My favourite colours are probably, ooh, it's hard to hold, that one there, and then that one there. They are mostly bright, colourful, but also natural. You probably see a difference, and most of you will probably be like, most of your palettes look the same, but I don't think they do. And I just love makeup that much that I've got this many palettes. To connect to that palette, you've got this Shimmer eyeshadow palette. I have not used this once because I need to get Pacific cream for it, like primer, because this is proper shimmer, like proper gold. You can barely get any off, but as you can see, it's like proper shimmer. And then you've got the two natural colours down there. Next one is, this is actually the first palette my sister got me from Too Faced when I first wanted to try it out, and since I've been getting new ones, I haven't used this one as much, but there was a continuous look I made from this palette. I may recreate it when at some point for this channel, but it was, if I can remember, I'm pretty sure it was that colour and that colour, or that's glitter. So that colour is such a nice like purpley brown, and then the glitters are just subtle but till there. That one does not look subtle. Like, they are pigmented. I really recommend this palette. It's amazing. They've got so many different versions of these, but this is white peach. On to the last and final Too Faced palette. This one. Nearly every single one of these except from this one. I think my parents got me this. Like every single other one, my sister has got me. So this is another one. It looks like this. It's so pretty. Inside it has a mirror, of course. And it looks like that. Again, I just recommend every single Too Faced palette. But if you don't want to be so creative, again, recommend this. On to the last and final bit of my eyeshadow. This is pretty much the random bit, so like Maybelline, Naked and all of them colours. So this is the first one. I don't know how to pronounce that brand, but the brand's there if you can see it. But again, this is a more pastel colour palette. But I will say these colours, some of them are hard to put on your eyes. You need to blend it out more, and you need to put more on your eyelids. But except from that, they're really nice colours. I really want to try and do a green makeup look with this palette. Next one, my sister actually gave me because she's got all of these, but she doesn't use this one that often. So it's a Naked palette, and it looks like this. It's stunning. Don't know how much these are because, like I said, my sister gave me it. So I don't know how much they are, but I think they're around £40 or £30. Like the James Charles makeup palette. I think it's worth it because the pigment is really good. And they've got so many different colours. This one is more natural, as you can see. They've got like a pink one, a purple one I think, and just so many different colours. So that is the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what your favourite makeup brand is down below. And let me know what your favourite palette was out of all the palettes, eyeshadow palettes I have got in my collection. And yes, I have got loads. Don't have to tell me, and I don't feel guilty about it because I love eyeshadow palettes. I could actually do a full separate video on my lip tip, but because they're small, I'm just going to put it in part 2, but part 2 will probably be longer. So stay tuned for that, and if you did like this video, give it a thumbs up.